For no reason that I can see, oil has just spiked down. Just went a bit erratic. I cannot see any reason. I'm looking at Forex Factory at the moment. I see nothing. Forex Factory is showing us nothing. It is 11:15 GMT, Monday 17th. Nothing. I'm going to take a sell right now. It's a bit late, but let's see if we can manage it. We've got a 13-point mental stop loss and a 22-point hard stop. And we've just got a 1-to-1. It's a bit late though. So we've got a 13-point. So from here, we're looking for this candle. See, we should have been in this already with this signal here. This was a signal, this dark red candle. It was a half signal because it's above the 200 moving day average, but it's a signal nevertheless. That should have been our money right here. This big spike that just happened, we should have been in the game for that. However, the fact that it gave us a mini signal here, then it went against us, and if we were in this, it would have taken a minute, taken our money, and then given us another signal on the other side, which was rejected, and it's now giving us another signal down here. That's the reason why I'm taking this signal now, because it's almost like it's saying you want to sell, so we know you want to sell, so we're going to stop you out, but we're going to sell after that because we believe that we've stopped out most of the people so they will not follow us. That's how I'm seeing it. That's why I'm putting a sale in now. That's why I'm putting a sale in now, and I believe it is these boys underneath here that they're after. See these guys here? That's what they want. They want these boys here. That's what I believe. So if they want those boys, I'm not going to hang around and wait for them to take those boys out. I'm just going to take it to about here. 70.73. But I'm going to put a hard stop near the low of the day. The low of the day is here. The low of the day is around 70.29. But really and truly, we're going for this area here. We're going for this area here to stop these people out. That's what I believe the price wants to do. It wants to collect these orders in this area. So even though we missed that spike that just rushed down, I looked at the news, there was no news coming out. I've looked at the headlines, there's nothing. I don't know why they did it, but it happens. I've seen it too many times. It happens too often. It just happens, and you look everywhere and you can't find any reason why it happened. So you just got to be aware of it. That's why I've got hard stops as well as mental stops. Because the reason why I've got mental stops, because if we were in this game right now, we would have been spiked out because the price rushed down there, and it didn't close there, but it rushed down there. So I don't know. We just got to play it by ear and see what happens. It's on the right side of the 200-day moving average at the moment. And hopefully, looking at, if we go back in to the hourly looks like it wants to gun for this area here. This area here. This is where it looks like it wants to form a new low. That's what it wants to form. So this one that we're going for is nothing, really. The one that we're looking at is not really much. Is it this one we're looking at or this one? It's one of these, whichever one it is here. It's not really anything in comparison to the grand picture. So There is a chance, just to show you, there's money here, right here, there's money, right? And there's money here as well. So let's see what we can do. See if we can get something out of it. The way it's forming at the moment, it's rejecting prices, look. But it still is on the right side of the 200-day moving average. It's still on the right side of it. It's not doing what we want because you can see it's rejecting prices, but it's on the right side of the 200 moving day, and we've got signals. These are not full signals, but they are signals nonetheless, saying to sell. We want it to go past this area here and gun for this low. We want it to surpass this low. That's what we're after, and that's what we would be happy with. But whether it's going to do that or not, we don't know. So we're just going to wait and see. It's doing the right thing at the moment. It's looking for around this area here. That's all we want. Around anywhere around this area here. Anywhere from here to here. Anywhere in this area, even a bit above it, about here to here. That's what we want. It'd be great if we can hold on to this area down here. This would be fantastic. But this game, you know, it's slippery, so we just got to take what we can get. So let's see what happens, because if you can see, it's gone down 54 points already. It's gone down 54 points. But it hasn't, as far as I'm concerned, it hasn't taken out any lows. It's got to take out a low, which is stop losses, stop orders. That's where everyone puts them, on lows and highs. It's taken out the high stop order. It's taken out this one up here. Let's have a look. Here. It's taken out these ones, right? With this massive scary candle. Look at this candle. Look, now it's coming. Let's see. Right, that area we wanted. It's almost in the area, the tip of the area. Around here. We said around here to about here. This is the area we want. Look what's happened. Do you see it? It's almost like it knows what we want. Do you see what I mean? It's almost like it knows what we want. How is it going to pull back from there? We want it in this area here. Anything from there. It pulled right back. It pulled right back. See, this is the problem. Now we're almost in negative. We're in negative territory again. Just like that. We're in negative territory again. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you just got to grab and go. Because it might give you something, but you're here for 5 hours. So you have to weigh all of that up. Yes, you can set and forget. But set and forget. The amount of times the price has come to my stop, to my take profit and not triggered it is too many times. So sometimes that set and forget just doesn't work. It's gone right to my take profit. It was not triggered, and then it went against me and it took my stop. It took my stop, but it wouldn't take my TP. And that's by design. That's not by accident. That's by design. You can't tell me that's by accident. So why has it never ever by accident not taken my stop? How comes my stop is always taken? If it goes near the stop, it is taken. But if it goes near the TP, sometimes it's not triggered. Why is that? You can't tell me that's, oh yeah, that's just the way the market. Rubbish. Rubbish. I don't want to hear that. If it was the other way round, then fair. But it's not. It's always your stop order or stop loss is taken. And your TP, sometimes it's triggered. Come on, man. So these kind of things, you've got to watch them and try and be on top of it. And even if you're not watching it all the time, you've got to check in. If you're on an hourly chart, check in every hour. If you're on a 5-minute chart, just glance it, have it local, just look at it bit by bit. Just try and keep on top of your trade, because they are trying to take your money. It's simple. They're trying to take your money and you're trying to get their money. That's what the game is. There's you against them. You have to understand that. But it's difficult to understand because no one explains it fully. But there's people on the other side of the screen who are trying to trick you into giving up your money. That's it. You don't need to have any other explanations. They are trying to take your money and you are trying to take theirs. That is it. So we're in here, and like I said, most people are going to go for this, but we don't want to go all the way down to this area here. So anywhere in this area we'll be content with. If it comes down to about here, if it forms a new low here, this, if it goes past there, maybe here is fine. I would prefer it to come down a bit further, but sometimes it just takes too long to do that. Depends how this candle stays. We've got 22% spent on it. Let's see what happens. It's doing a good job. We know what it's after, but we know it knows. Maybe it doesn't know what we're after, but we are trying to get something. Keeps pulling back. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like the way it keeps pulling back from me. It's done it again now. Uh, 32% spent on a candle. It's a bit more time. It's a bit time. There's a bit of time to actually turn this candle back round to a seller's candle, but it has done what it's supposed to have done, which has formed a new low. Look what it's done. You look closely, look. You see the new low? You see it? It's done what it's supposed to have done. So that candle can remain white. It's done it. It's done it. We should have accepted. It's either we accept that and take that price, or we wait longer. Do you see what I mean? We either accept it because it's done. Look, we were looking for a new low. It's very, very minuscule, but it is a new low. Look, can you see that? Let's zoom in a bit further. Look, can you see the new low? Can you see that low is lower? It's just really, really slightly lower, but it is lower. This is here and that is lower. See that? So it's done what it's supposed to have done, which is get a new low out of it. But that just indicates to us that it's going to be lower. It's possible that later it will be lower, but whether it's going to do that now or not, that's a different matter. That's what we have to wait on. We said anything in that box, we got the box, and we're still here. We're still here. We should have taken that box. Now it might range. It might go a little mini sideways here. It might do a mini sideways for a bit, or reverse. I don't know. It's not that far away from the 200 moving day average, so it can go back up like a magnet and then go back up further and turn into a buyer's market. So these kind of things, sometimes you just got to take what you can get. Maybe we should have taken it earlier, I don't know. 83% spent on the candle. There's not much time to turn that round. If it's going to turn around, it's going to turn around in the next 10% or something. But look at it, it doesn't look like it. It don't look like it's going to do that. It's a bit fierce. It looks fierce. It doesn't look like it's going to spike and then come back down. If it does, that'd be brilliant, but no one knows. No one knows. 91% spent. It has to drop. This price has to drop and turn red. This candle's got to turn red and then thingy, but it doesn't have to do that. It can stay here and then the next candle can drop. $99 spent. New candle. Now let's see what this does. Is it going to continue its way up, or is it going to go rocketing down? It rejects the 200-day moving average and then comes back down. Brilliant. Let's see if our entry point is working as a resistance. Can you see our entry point is working as a resistance at the moment? This is a good thing, because usually when people get into trades and they're bad, your entry point is on it's on the other side. You're on the other side of it, but at the moment it's working to our favor. I just don't like the way it's moving. It should turn. There you go. That's what I'm looking. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. I want this to gush right down now. 36% spent on the candle. We've got time. I want it to come down, take out at least 3/4 of this box here. I want it to maybe get to here, and then I'll be satisfied to come out. I want it to get to around here, the middle of the box. Then I'll be satisfied. I really should have been satisfied with this, but because we did kind of come in late. Look at that. That's late. We should have come in here, and we should have already been out. With this spiky candle that happened, that's the candle we should have been out on, but we're still in the game. Came in late, so we shouldn't expect much from it, to be quite honest. See if he's going to give us anything today. Right, let's see. Keep your eye on it. Is it going to do what we want it to do? I don't like the way it's spiking up there. I don't like that. This spike has to come down a bit. If it's going to spike and leave us hanging, it's got to form a new low. It's got to come down here. It's got to come down further than this white candle. If it doesn't, that's a higher low, and that's wonderland. That's nowhere. And if it starts umming and ahhing, I'm coming out. Win or no win. Because I've seen it do too many things. Too many unexpected things I've seen it do. And every time it's the same. Oh my days, I didn't know it was going to do that. It's always the same. Not doing that. I'm just going to come out, and if it does whatever it does, I won't be there. I'll just be watching it. I won't be in that trade. 81% spent on the candle and it has done nothing. It's done nothing that we wanted it to do. Right, I'm hovering over the close. I'm hovering over the close. Maybe it would do something in the last 10% of the candle. %94 spent. It's not going to do much, is it? Right, that was it. This new candle, maybe it's got a bit of fire in it on our side of the market. This is see, this is what happens. It tests your patience, and then when you've had enough, then it does what it wants to do. It's done that to me too many times. I've had enough of watching it. I come out the trade and then it goes my way. It happens all the time. But looking at it, it's in the right area. It's just now, like I said, it's just going sideways. It's just going sideways at the moment. All it's doing is under all the averages. The moving averages is under them, but it's, here we go. Let's see if it's got some strength in it. It's only a few points here extra. Still hovering over the close. There you go. 44% spent on the candle. It's got time. There you go. Nice big push. Big push. Just a little bit more. Get into the center of that. That's what we want to see. There you go. Bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Let's see if we can do it before it retracts on us. That will do. Oh god. There you go. It's closed. I've closed it. It's alright. But what I had to do is I had to put my finger was on the cross to close, and I had my other finger on the return button. Because they are requoting. Sometimes when they requote, they do not accept your close. So you have to press the button a few times before you can get out of that trade. Good. We done well on that trade. It was a bit, it started going sideways a bit. And let's just talk about that trade. Let's do a summary of that trade. We had a sell signal here. It was on the buyer side of the market. So I did not go for it because it would have been a 50-50 trade. So I did not want to do a 50-50 trade at the moment. However, it shot right back up. Then it gave us another signal, which is a buy signal. I did not take that buy signal either because I was not here. Then we got a signal to sell. Another sell signal. This is a half sell signal, not a full sell signal. It's a half sell signal, and it's still in the buyer's area, but because it's already given us a sell signal and a buy signal, I took this signal. Because this sell signal, if I had taken it earlier, we would have been stopped out. Yeah, it would have gone up here. Our stop would have been where this dollar sign is here, and it would have taken us out. As you can see, it would have taken us out, right? given everyone a fake buy signal. So everyone will be in the market now because of this massive candle, which everyone can see the size of the candle. Everyone can see it. Whatever indicators you're using, whatever charts you're looking at, you can see this large candle. So everyone's thinking, yet is following up his trend, is going high. They put their stops underneath this area now, right? So when I saw it coming down and giving us a signal, I'm saying, oh, I can understand what's happening now, right? People are gonna put in a buy, and their stop is gonna get taken out. So that's why I took this sell. We took this sell. We took it a bit late even. I didn't mind because I believe it's gonna go down. So we took that sell. We should have taken it up here, but we took it down here, and it remained underneath the 200-day moving average, and we just took a 1-for-1 on it, and that was it. That was all we did. I presume that it's going to go for this area here, which we said this is where it's gunning for, but we don't need to stick around for that. We've taken it where we wanted to take it, which was the middle of the park of this box that we drew. We wanted to take it to the middle of this park. We've done that, and that's it. And if we were even being a bit more courageous, we would have taken it to the low. This is the low of the day. But we don't need that. We've got what we needed for today, and that's it. The day is done. I hope you've learned something today. Until next time.